This is strange horticulture. If you've ever played Potion Craft, or even kind of the original set of shop management games, Recettear, Moonlighter, Papers, Please. There's this really wide myriad of games in which you are a person who runs shop or booth, stand, immigration office, whatever. And they all are slightly different. The Moonlighters of the world have this action, RPG or action dungeon crawler underneath them, Zelda-like, to where by day you're running a shop and by night you're going out and fighting. But this game is much more like Potion Craft in that the shop is the game, mostly. You spend most of your time arranging your various plants, trying to identify them, and managing requests from customers. With one big difference is that this game, I think, leans in a little bit harder onto the RPG, or at least kind of mysterious world building element. You're able to take a look at this map of the world and go to any cell on it to explore. And as you interact with customers, gain clues, there are more and more places that call to you to investigate the presence of an unfamiliar plant or something even more sinister, like a murder in the witch's cult, right? And so that's where we are. We're day 7. So far, there have been a few murders that have gone down. The Arda, who is kind of like the queen of the witches down south in the forest, in Grisdale Forest, was murdered. And she was murdered, it seems, with the use of a particular plant, Gilded Dendra, which is incredibly toxic and rare. There was also someone slaughtered in a stone circle. More and more things are cropping up every day. And so we keep running our shop, but we keep our ears open to the goings-on around the world. And we start to become familiar with some of the Undermere locals who we see fairly often. Faye Swift, who is a psychic whose powers we have helped empower through plants. Bethany Coleman, a local sister, a witch. Verona Green, an occult scholar and an investigative detective individual who's gone to try to help figure out some of the more supernatural things going on around the deaths. Reuben Ward is like a PI, basically. Simone Green is our friend from the library. The woman in the jade mask is, as of yet, still a mystery, although she showed up in the visions of the psychic, so she's playing a role of some kind. Ennis Aylford represents some group known as the Seeds of Redemption that showed up very recently, which has, I would say, some kind of ominous surrounding information. They are worshipping or devoting their life to someone called the Woken Dendru, which, I don't know. I have a vague feeling that this group is actually the bad guy, but we'll see. We'll see. And then Isidore Burbage, the barrister, local lawyer, not a very well-liked person, but not inherently evil. Just really, really rude. Really, really rude. 2 main characters as of yet unfound. Plenty yet to do here in our small little shop by the name of Strange Horticulture. We've got a cat, hellbore. We've got a fair few plants, most of which are actually already identified by previous efforts of the late night horticulturist. We've got our desk space with some kind of secret lock hidden inside of it. Previous letters that we've dug through to gain clues or to find local plants, so on and so forth. And a big thing that we've yet to understand, this particularly curious device, which we can interact with, and a note that says that if we use red ebony plant on it, we can gain the property to see hidden or secret things or magics. But we don't know what the red ebony plant is yet. That's not something we've identified. That's the game. That's how it works. I'm going to take a customer, and then if there's any questions, I'll answer them. Srab, thank you for the gifted sub, boss. That's kind of you. SKDT Seeker, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you dig it. Serious Shiruke just explained it. I would go back by about 2 minutes in the VOD if you want my full explain. Ann Wood is back. She says, I was able to strip away the swift snare vines and lift the lid with more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. At least that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer, I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the gray ash. On the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, with Solomon's scepter, I awake. Solomon's scepter, that's a plant, right? It's this plant. Let's prove that to ourselves. It's got another name. Hell's Gate / Solomon's Scorn. It's not a particularly safe plant, it seems. Or at least it's full of a lot of folklore. Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes Solomon's Scorn. The flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Blue flowers, smell is alluring. Many flowers along a stem, matches the flower look from the ID. That's our plant. Late night horticulturist has never failed. Never ever. Never ever. Plant identified. Long vericund. Sometimes called witch's remedy, the long vericund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Cool. New ID. We can update this to yellow, because it definitely is Solomon's Scepter. We've been using yellow tags for fairly safe ID'd plants, red tags for ID'd and un-ID'd deadly plants, and purple tags for unknowns, for questions. Let's update this one too, because we know for sure that this is Royal Gentia. And haven't we already done a Fever Kiss ID? Or was it only the Witch Fig that we did? It might have only been Witch Fig. Let's take another customer. David Schaefer, the mailman. I heard a shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near the Swinside Stone Circle. They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's got them panicked down Foxfield way. Foxfield. Maybe we should go to Foxfield. Kintmere Eye. That's it. This'll be the seed people telling us where to go. But I want to go to Foxfield and see if there's anything to investigate there. I don't remember seeing anywhere called Foxfield, though. Aha! Foxfield is a simple, welcoming place. I'm tempted to pay a brief visit to an old friend who's a brewer with his own small tavern in the village. In the end, I decide not to. Plenty to be doing back at the shop. Okay. I guess I can take one more customer before going to Kintmere Eye. Let's do that. Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed gilded dendra that was used at the Swinside ritual site. That's a worrying sign. It's a plant that's used in several of the darker incantations. And it can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Arda. There must be a connection between this other murder and the Sisterhood. I need some mental clarity to think through it some more. Some maiden sorrow would help a lot. I don't remember maiden sorrow, but I'll find it. I suspect that that is a common name and not perhaps a scientific one. Oh no, it's the name. Is that this one? Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between one's finger and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. The flowers of this plant drop mournfully, flowers, but it is the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend its name. This was our potential ID for Maiden's Sorrow. It seems to match the look of the flower. It does droop mournfully, and it does have thorns. It doesn't say anything about the leaves. There is a slim possibility that we don't yet have the right flower, but we've never run into that yet. We know it's not this because this is Mellow Glow. I'm looking for other things with thorns, right? And then I think we have one more thorned plant, but it's Eyebright. Yeah, so we don't want those. So I think it's this. I think it's this. Let's trust Last Night Horticulturalist. They've never been wrong. Yes. Oh boy. Red Ebony. This plant is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writings. The red ebony is extremely rare and not well studied. Blood has been spilled over this plant, which is where the red part of the name is believed to come from, since, confusingly, the large flower is in fact blue. This was red ebony all along! It's this! It's this! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The most ridiculous looking plants. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be the plant that looks truly evil? I mean, even when we got it, I was like, I wonder if this is actually... Plot twist, yeah. What was it that we were thinking? When did we get it? What were the circumstances that we got this plant? It was some crazy circumstance. Yeah, I mean, this is no-brainer, right? It's got this exact ornamentation. It says large blue flower. I mean, this is our dude. This is our dude. Okay. Then let's do the thing. Look at that! Do you think there's secret writing in the... It's... Okay, alright. The plot thickens. Thickenids. Thickests. The plotteth thicketh. It works. Epsilon says, wow, I would not have made that guess. Good thing we didn't go trying red plants at random like some people suggested. I just didn't want to make my dread rise. I don't like when my dread rises, you know? Do you have to check every letter? You don't have to check every letter. Do you think I will? I wonder if Teak will check every letter. What a funny guy. I never really know what to expect with that Teak. We're never sure what he'll do. It's possible that he'll check every letter. Teak, don't do it. No, I have to. It's imperative. I have a suspicion that only the one with the little symbol will have anything on it. It's going to have like a number. It's going to tell me which one is this. That's my suspicion. The rest of this stuff, nothing. That's my guess. But doesn't hurt to check. Only took me like a minute. Nothing. Nothing. And... Ooh, for real? want to see if I can get a different color, you know? Hold up, hold up. I was looking to see if there was a small 6 here or something, right? Okay, anyway, we've activated this bad boy. You think any of the plants have secrets on them? Teak, you cheeky little stinker. Oh, I forgot about the iron disc. Yo. Y'all think we have to do the double-double? That's kind of wildin'. That's a lot. And there's this. And this. Triple stack. The old triple stack. I don't know about that. That's a lot. One of these plants has a secret. Believe, bruv. Who's keeping secrets? Which one of you stinkers? Do you think the cat has a secret? Do you think one of our visitors could have a secret? Do you think there's a secret in the plant book? Damn it. It was such a promising line. I will check the whole game. I will rain death upon this book until it reveals its secrets to me. There's no way. There's no way. It would have to be a specific entry. Get out of here. What about this? What about this? What about the map? Baby! I did skip the cover. That's a good point. Whoever wrote on my map has been very helpful. I would never have thought to come out to this desolate place in search of plant life, but a quick search yields exciting results. Elderfinium. Elderfinium, which does... what again? The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in a painful death. It has an intoxicating scent, similar to that of Solomon's scepter. Elderfinium. That'll be you. We know it's Elderfinium because the map told us, and we believe the map. The map could be lying, but look, it's kind of a match. Strong, sweet aroma. We love a good aroma. Yep, intoxicating. Okay. It's curious that this is the same symbol as this first clue, isn't it? What that means. And really, there was nothing on this? Excuse me for being trepidatious, but I'm a little nervous to go to Kentmere Eye. But I should probably go. But before we do... Ooh. Look at this. Oh, there's secrets all over this bad boy. Tomb of the Hunter? The Great Oak? We don't even know what that means yet. I kind of want to visit those places, though, before we go to Kentmere Eye, because what if it's the bad guys and we need to fight them? We could have to fight. It's possible that we'll need to do battle with our plants. At any moment, we may be forced to do a battle. The Great Oak is on N9. What does it mean? A huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could have imagined any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. Pretty cool tree. The great hunter had a plant buried by them. You're right, it did look like there was a plant there, didn't there? Didn't it? Didn't it? Map? Oh, no, that's spears. Tomb of the Hunter here, but then there's double spears here. Makes me wonder if it's actually two separate things. You'd probably go to the X first. I think that that's just decorative, just like there's a great oak tree down here that's decorating the thing, so that you really know. Whoever this was had a talent for small art. Small art, not big art. Small. Small art. It looks like I'm going to have to... Did I make something red? Yeah, red is for deadly. Looks like I'm going to have to make a trip to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something at the Swinside site that's had me pondering. A piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can't think of anywhere else around there where you'd get slate from. That and Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something up at Blackcomb. But then again, Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills... I want to take some eyebright with me. Wouldn't want anyone sneaking up on me in the dark. You want eyebright? That stuff's kind of dangerous, are you sure? Eyebright. Take care not to touch its brightly colored thorns. They will do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause severe pain for several days. A plant that only grows to the south in warmer climates, where they call it Loth, after a long-dead king. Loth. Known to improve eyesight at night, and even the darkest places, and we only had really one contender, which is this. Those thorns look menacing, and they are bright, which it specifically says. We had tagged this, eyebright, severe pain. I trust us. Reuben, please be careful. You saw something in the bottom right? Yeah, of the map. We got that one. It was Elderfinium plant. Oh, yeah, that's true. The dead hunters had something draped over their... That's right, that's right. Good call, y'all. The dead hunters had something draped over their tombs. Wild coal. The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There's some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claim that it's bad luck to pick berries from it. Let's go to the hunter's burial site. Tomb of the Hunter. It's 2 west of Jack's Rake. There in the mountains. The memorial bears the name Swaif Prior. It stirs a memory. He was one of the Drare. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. Swaif Prior, 1786, 1832. What are you? This actually might be the Dranthium. I remember Dranthium said something about having long, spindly leaves. A plant with powerful mind-altering abilities, those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Sometimes known as Dranthium as green eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Purple flowers, long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. Wait, No, something else had this. And didn't we already identify Dranthium? I need to recover my mind. Thinking. Something else talked about surprisingly sharp leaves. Surprisingly sharp. I'm gonna leaf through here. That's a joke. Not a very clever one. It's not Shimmerlong. We've identified that. It's not Wren. Red Ebony we have. Mellow Glow Meekdew. They're wrong. It's not Long Varicond. I mean, it would make sense for it to be Dranthium, wouldn't it? Certainly not Gilded Dendra. These have been identified. Feverkiss we know. Elderfinium we found. Eyebright we gave away. This must be Dranthium. I mean, the leaves are perfect. And it would make sense that it was at the hunter's site. Aha! Long, sharp leaves. I kept glossing. It actually says it right there, doesn't it? Okay. I was like, I know I've read something about long, sharp leaves. Smile. I wonder where I could have done it. Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. Let's go to Kentmere Eye. I'm ready. I'm frightened. Okay, but it says Kentmere Eye. What do you think that means? Oh my gosh. Is it like this? I bet it's like this. Right? Kentmere. And then from any one square, each of these point to a square. I don't know which it would be, though. We'll just try both. It's either this one or it's pointing further. Let's try this one. I knew that tool would be useful. Late Night Horticulturist is the best. From Kentmere, I follow the bearing of the eye and end up in a small forest north of Kendal. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth, a type of flower is flourishing. The bearing of eye? So this is a direction system? Well, that's good knowledge. I could have gone either way there, Eli. I could have gone either way there. New plant! Oh, hold up. That must be the purple thing that they say not to pick. Small purple red berries, thin leaves. We just figured out what that is, and I've already forgotten the name. Varicond? No. Why must my mind be so strong and also so empty? Aha! Wild coal. Purple berries. Yep. They grow in these kinds of clusters along the nodules like this. I bet that this is wild coal. It's my suspicion. Dude, we're kind of crushing it. I'm feeling good. Like I should. Kentmere Eye. Okay, so these are called... So there's direction of the corvid. Direction of the candle. It's all in 30-degree increments. This is cool. Next customer. Good, Spartyville. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it so far. Oh, the green eyes! Twitch chat. Do you think there's a secret if we... This person is on Dranthium. Forest Vare. Forest is one of the Drare. That's why. It's a Drare. A group that builds a tolerance to the harmful effects of Dranthium from childhood so that they can harness the plant's potent mind-enhancing abilities. Comes at a price. They'll die if they stop taking it. Rumors that an ancient evil has arisen were too much for Forest to resist. Drare means hunter in the old tongue. He's traveled a long way to kill it. Came here and says, does it ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some gray sandfire. Nobody around here seems to even know what I'm talking about, but I hope this is the right place. We definitely know what gray sandfire is. But are there any potential repercussions? Tough outer bark, which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it. Flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of roaring fire. You just need it for hygiene? I mean, I got you, boo. If that's what you want, make it so. You think it's Teddy Roosevelt was a Drare? I believe it. Ember Soul. Animo ignis. Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties, sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves. They're razor sharp. Flowers with many petals. Razor sharp leaves. It's not enough petals. I don't think that we have this yet. I'm looking back through. For unidentified, many-petaled, potential sharp-leaved situations. I think that we're ahead of ourselves trying to determine what that is. Day is at its end. We could explore one more time if we felt so inclined. But I'm like very fascinated to see the plot progress tomorrow, because Friday is when the seeds of revengeance, or whatever the hell their name is supposed to come back to us. It's time for plot. It's plot time. We've got our Red Ebony secret detectometer. At first, she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually, she made her way to Grisdale Forest.